Oh boy. Today's the day. This is AJ from Tu Shanshu in fiction. I will remember my name one day. I hope. Anyway, I'm starting Firefly today. I have avoided this through all the people who were like, you haven't seen Firefly? Oh my god, you haven't seen Firefly? You've seen Buffy and you haven't seen Firefly? I might have taken it a little personally. But I am going to get through it because I'm not going to be petty anymore. This is me working on not being petty. So I'm going to be doing this now. I keep delaying it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to do this and it's going to be fun because we're going to make it fun. This is what Reactions is all about. Making it fun for the whole family. I hope that families aren't watching this together. Literally go watch anything else. Anything else. Oh my god, why are you still watching this?
Oh, you're still here? That's nice.
What's the name of the episode? I know things. Firefly. Episode 1. Serenity. We're doing this. We're doing this. So stuff's exploding. Lots of explosions. That's cool.
Here's your coat. You're Lieutenant Baker. Congratulations on your promotion.
Okay, that's one way to do things. Seems like someone's not doing well in this situation. Feels like a lot of people aren't doing well in this situation, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, I know that just, like, I watched Passion of the Nerds, Why You Should Watch Firefly video. So, you know, Civil War, Space Cowboys, post-Civil War Space Cowboys. You know, normal things that only Joss Whedon would think of. Yeah, run. That is... Do not laugh. A sad song from the world's tiniest violin. That poor kid. He was so scared and now he's dead. And you're like, just hardcore dissociating, which, I mean, same. The shift in tone and audio is just, like, there's all that tension, building tension, and then it's just like, outer space. Silence and breathing. I still feel tension, though. That was not released. Sounds like my mom's playlist.
We will rule over all this land, and we will call it this land.
I think we should call it your grave.
If they're here for the salvage, we're humped.
They find us at all, we're humped. Steven ain't
I don't like this.
We're what? I'm sorry, let's go back, just rewind real quick. We're what?
Kaylee. Do a sweep. Yahuwah, Captain, we're humped.
Prep the ship now.
Can y'all just stop saying that?
Move these in, double time.
Somehow it's more awkward.
Low-life vultures picking the flesh off the dead. Should we deploy gunships and bring her in?
Hey, those are our low-life vultures.
Do it. Engaging the crybaby. Captain, I am picking up a distress signal.
Oh, that's weird. Oh. What was that actor's name from season 1 of Angel? Also, he's the Hoffman.
Ronald!
Things I wish I could forget.
We win.
I don't know about you, but that sounds like some intense PTSD that we're gonna explore the next 12 episodes, 13 episodes. I don't know how many episodes.
Look, I'll ask him.
get to call him sir. He likes that.
Who likes what?
It's nothing, sir.
Has the ambassador
I mean-
checked in yet?
No. Good. Thank you.
The time went too quickly.
Oh, your clock's probably rigged to speed up and cheat us out of our fun.
Bitch. Honestly, this just kind of reminds me of
Need safe passage? We're cheap. We're cheap.
first
we're
day at a
clean,
con.
we're
Just
best ship in the verse. What's your desk, Grandpa? Come on. We're hitting the outer ring.
bunch of weird
never
people
married.
everywhere.
What?
A lot of street food. I miss conventions. Does anyone else miss conventions? I really miss conventions.
Only fluid I see here is a puddle of piss refusing to pay us our wage.
You about to throw down?
You're gonna come with us.
Excuse me?
You like ships.
What the fuck?
You don't seem to be looking at the...
So do like Badger said? The border planets?
Feels like
Take a
there's
white
like
ball, maybe talk to patients.
this
Sir, we
fork
don't
in the
wanna deal
road.
with patients again.
The road?
She shot you.
The road.
Well, yeah,
Fork
she
in the
did,
road.
but
So we find
Fork in the
somebody
road.
else. Horowitz.
And
He can't afford it.
most of the
Hold them
pastors
with.
are like dead,
Touch it.
dead,
You want me to go through
dead,
the list?
dead,
Capshaw's a
maybe
brain
dead.
alone. Ruvik's dead. Meals are taken up here in the dining area. Kitchen's pretty much self-explanatory. Welcome to you what there is.
Nope,
anytime.
please explain the
What there is is
kitchen.
pretty
I don't know what
standard
that's
fare,
for.
I guess. Protein and all the colors. She's a whore, Shepard.
The term is companion.
I always get those mixed up. How's business?
None of yours.
She is pretty much our ambassador. There's plenty of planets where we can let you dock without a decent companion on board. This isn't a problem for you, is it, Shepard?
Well, I
It's
certainly...
all right. I mostly keep to myself. When I'm not whoring.
That's the real stuff.
Okie
It's
dokie.
incredible.
It is great.
That's right, go to your room.
What do you pay him for? What? I was just wondering what his job is. On the ship.
Public relations.
He publicly relates through, you know, shooting and other forms of violence, I assume.
It was unjust of him to say that.
Believe me, I've called him worse. Anyway,
Doesn't
I
really
suspect he has
give
more
the right to
interest in
say
making you
that.
uncomfortable than me.
He's not.
Son of a bitch.
Again,
Drop that firearm.
I
Captain
can do it.
Oh. Hey. Is there a reward? Get on the ground.
Back off!
Take the key. Get your hands off.
Get the hell down! Stop it! Stop it!
How do you feel?
The show really does go hard.
Out of the way.
You have an extractor?
I'm getting these
That's
like
not good enough.
kind of
My room, red bag.
I guess Scooby Night
So
dynamic
you and me are gonna have a
vibes.
personal
Like
chat.
That'd be fun. Dope her.
there's like the big thing about the Scooby Gang obviously is that they're like the metaphorical resonance of each member to like in relation to Buffy, and I kind of feel like I have a similar vibe with Mal and everyone else.
Secured. Shepard's with him. Seems to think he's not
Tap out.
safe along with me.
Tap.
No.
Tap. A person.
Man, everything she did, you know, music, math, theoretical physics, even dance. There was nothing that didn't come as naturally to her as
I mean, I have
breathing
seen her
does.
dance.
I don't dance. I echo.
They said that she was in danger, that the government was playing with her brain. if I funded them, they could sneak her out and cry. I'll get her to Persephone, and
I'm
from there
guessing
I
it's
can
not
take
like
her wherever.
like
Will she be all right?
volleyball kind of playing.
I don't know if she'll.
I don't know what's going on there, but like it's a lot of tension that I feel
What
like
business
needs
is
to
that
be
exactly?
resolved. Mal doesn't
Gold?
seem like the kind of guy who
Drugs?
resolves
Pirate
tension though.
What?
I feel like everyone should just, take a deep breath, maybe
I'm in a
separate.
tricky position. I guess you know. Before Wash scrambled your call. So, I've given Jane here the job of finding out.
Yay!
Not specific as to how.
See? Other forms of violence, not just guns.
Pain is scary. Just do it.
Pain is scary.
Kaylee's dead.
Run!
I'm in psychotic.
Oh my god, what? Oh my god. That is so messed up.
No, he's just in his face. Oh.
What the hell?
And Kaylee's really okay.
Yeah.
I buried him good. Equipment's back on the boat. Testing. Testing, Captain. Can you hear me?
I'm standing right here.
You're coming through good and loud.
Oh my
Because I'm
god.
standing right here.
Yeah, well, but I believe you're in more danger.
Well, shit. Dear God. Calm down. He was there to warn you, and you hit him 3 times.
Well then.
Yep.
This is about as awkward and quiet as one of my videos.
I'd appreciate it. Y'all turn around and ride out first.
Oh, everything's just going to hell. There's like a million different problems going on at once, just like one after the other after the other.
Reavers, incoming and headed straight for us.
Yay!
To uphold the law. That's what we're talking about here.
You hit what's his face like 3 times. He was knocked out the first time, and then you kept hitting him. I'm not gonna believe you.
Where the hell are you?
This reminds me of the hiking trails in Colorado.
Nobody is going to hurt her.
I think that's a lie.
Unless you hurt me.
No, I said.
I'm not playing anymore. Anybody makes so much.
There we go. I mean, yeah, it's messed up and everything, but also, given the circumstances. What federal agent? I haven't seen a federal agent.
Being followed.
Well, that's not alarming at all. They look friendly.
Kaylee, how would you feel about pulling a crazy Ivan?
Always wanted to try one.
A
Jane,
crazy
open
Ivan.
port jet control, cut the hydraulics.
There's something you can't do.
Now!
Sooner we dump them two, the better.
Suppose so.
You know what that means.
Only other lawn
They're
names
gonna
around
be
this
there the
room,
whole
you haven't had much
season.
well at all.
That's not much.
It's enough.
As someone with terrible good luck, or very good terrible luck, I feel that. All right, so yeah, that was Firefly, episode 1 of season 1, the only season, obviously. Serenity. And so a lot of it was like, you know, there was some stuff I already was familiar with from people trying to sell me on the show years ago. But I did like a lot of the, you know, the usual stuff that I'm usually into that's very like textbook Joss Whedon. But start with the recap. So we get this flashback of Mal and Zoe in a war, and they lose. What you basically get coming out of the first scene is that they lose. And then it cuts to 6 years later, and they're looting this cargo, and they're looking for a place to sell it, I guess. And so when they go to Persephone and kind of get the rest of the people who are, I'm assuming, going to be in the cast for the rest of the series, they are basically told that they're going to have to sell it elsewhere. So they get everyone on board, and they're gonna go try and sell the loot. And that's when we meet Simon and his cargo, also the shepherd and Inara. So there's a lot of tension for the first half of the episode. Actually, there's tension through the whole episode, but especially in the first half. We find out that one guy who played Ken in Buffy and Richard in Angel, I've seen the fact that I know like the characters' names just offhand. It's like, oh yeah, it's Ken, obviously. He's a federal agent and shoots Kaylee. Luckily, Simon is a doctor. He helps out. Then you find out that this cargo is his sister, and his sister's like gifted, assuming like we're going to see like examples of this or something. And so it kind of becomes like a race against time, and for a lot of different pieces, including there's the Reavers that are trying to chase them. They end up trying to sell to Patience, who is like the mayor of a planet. Mayor of a planet? She's the mayor of a planet. Okay. I'm just getting everything down. There's a lot of stuff happened in 40 some minutes. I don't see. It doesn't tell me. Everything kind of comes to a head when they are on that planet, and there's the firefight. The Reavers catch up to them, and they have to handle the federal agent who gets loose and all this stuff. So Mal kills Agent Guy, they throw him off the ship. They take out all of Patience's people. They outrun the Reavers, which I'm sure is going to be brought up at another point again. So a lot is happening in this episode. I did touch on earlier in the episode that I get a very like Buffy and the Scoobies kind of vibe, where like there's Mal and then there's these other people, and they're like extensions of him in a way. I would say I'm still trying to catch up and like remember names. There's like different, it feels like different aspects of him are kind of influenced by these people like throughout the episode. And there's this weird tension between him and Inara. I assume something shippy. And it was interesting seeing his journey throughout the episode, because clearly like he is kind of the main focus, where it feels almost like everyone else orbits around this one person. Very, very Western, very, very sci-fi, which aren't typically my favorite things. I do like how they kind of put things together. I'm definitely watching more for like the characters than the world so far. I think that's what always kind of put me off of the show is I wasn't really like, oh yeah, I want to totally watch, you know, a sci-fi western right now. And, you know, I am more leaning on that when it comes to animation, so sue me. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm acclimating to the show, and I do like the character interactions. I do like the how everyone is so clearly defined as like who they are in relation to Mal, who they are like as a person. Like you get a good grasp of everyone's character very early, very quickly. I would probably say that I don't really have like a favorite yet, but if there's anything that you're going to know about me, especially with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is that it's going to take me a while to be like this person or this relationship. Like I usually have to process for a while and really like think on it, and then I'll come back and be like, oh yeah, I really like that. Like, so if you're expecting that like immediately, I apologize. I am not that kind of person. But yeah, I am intrigued. I do want to kind of see where this goes. Like, it's very like the setup is very self-explanatory, like the journey that they're going on together, and like how like the kind of setup of the episode clearly explained like this is how it's going to go moving forward. I assume it feels that way. I don't know if it's actually that way. We will see. Yeah, but that was episode 1, and I believe episode 2 is called The Train Job. I think that's the one I actually watched a long time ago, that I was barely paying attention to at the time. There's a lot of shows that I like watched one episode and I'm like, nah, that ain't me. I'm moving forward, moving on, and we are going to get through this. This is a new experience for me, and I'm trying to be on schedule with things, but I'm never like, I'm not a schedule person. I've never been a schedule person, and making a schedule is stressful, especially for my ADHD brain. I get very distracted with other things very easily. This was a slog to get prepared for, and I'm going to be trying to make it more me. I might end up, for an episode in the future, like possibly drinking a little bit, just a tiny bit, just, you know, a little buzzed, just see how I react in like to something in that sense. I don't usually drink like at all, except for like socially, and that's even like maybe once a year. Like I'm not like, I'm a control freak, and so we're gonna see how that goes. But it'll be something. Maybe I'll do that for the movie, and then I'll, you know, cry like a baby. I assume maybe it's the last thing in Firefly, so I'm probably gonna be emotional about it. So we'll see. And yeah, so thank you so much for being here with me for this, and I hope that you enjoyed my presentation of right here. Actually own it. And hoping that you enjoyed this reaction, maybe? I don't know. I didn't talk a lot especially in the second half. I was just like, yeah, like, share, subscribe if you actually enjoyed this, and I will see you next week for another Firefly reaction.